Our Call 6 Investigates team digging up new details in that investigation of a Brownsburg man now facing federal charges, accused of trying to go overseas to join ISIS and of researching potential terrorist targets right here in Indiana. That suspect may be in jail, but we've uncovered the investigation is very much active and ongoing.
Our Call 6 team has been following this story since we broke it for you yesterday afternoon, including that raid on a Brownsburg apartment complex. Call 6 Investigates Paris Lubell was in Brownsburg. He is live in our newsroom now. And Paris, I know you found some new information in the case today.
That's right, Todd and Erica. The FBI telling us today that they consider this specific investigation still very active and ongoing. They're looking to see if 18-year-old Akam Muzali was connected to anyone else in the Indianapolis area or in Indiana or in the United States for that matter, to see if if he was recruiting anyone else to ISIS. Now, the FBI says Muzali was 15 years old when he first started watching ISIS-related videos and then posting them online. And we talked to former FBI agent and ABC News contributor Brad Garrett, and he says that's fairly common. ISIS attracts a younger audience by making them feel like they belong and have a place within ISIS. Now, the FBI told us Muzali was researching terror targets in Indiana and how to build a pressure cooker bomb, even looking for one at Walmart. So does that make him a lone wolf? We asked Garrett for his opinion. We hear this term lone wolf a lot. Do you think in this case we had a lone wolf here?
I think clearly you had somebody that was possibly in the makings of being a lone wolf. Because what happens is, and ISIS actually, it's interesting that he was even trying to travel to, in this case, I think to Libya, was that they really like people in place to do their own thing, to commit some, act like Orlando or San Bernardino. But clearly the idea that he is apparently, according to the FBI, even checking out sites in central Indiana, is telling me that he's thinking about doing this on his own, maybe looking up how to build explosives. So this is a kid that sounds like determined, but very naive about how he would get to his goal.
Now, the FBI served that search warrant at his home yesterday. They didn't tell us if they found anything there. They said that's part of the active investigation, but so far no weapons were in the indictment. They didn't seize anything at that time, but again, anything that was in that search warrant yesterday at his home is still being gone through, still being processed, so we will see more on this in the coming weeks.
And Paris, we've heard that term, if you see something, say something, so does it really work?
Erica, we asked Garrett that today. He told us that tips on most terrorism-related or investigations into most terrorism-related cases come from tips in the first place. He says if people are refusing to call or holding back information, that's how those worst-case scenarios can happen.
All right, Call 6 Investigates Paris Lubell. Thank you. Governor Pence tweeting out this photo today, meeting with the head of the Indianapolis FBI field office after their meeting to discuss that arrest. Pence tells us he has no doubt that Indiana is safer because of the arrest.
It's very troubling to me as a citizen and as a parent, but in these times, I cannot say that I am surprised that what we have seen happen now in Florida and in California happened here, where a young person born in this country was radicalized by the extremist ideology emanating out of ISIS in the Middle East. It is part of the reality that we live in today.
And the governor also calls this case an essential reminder that if you see something, say something.